Welcome to my channel, Old Coins News. Here you'll find videos about rare, valuable, and interesting coins from around the world. Watch the videos, learn about coin history, coin values, and unique facts you won't find anywhere else. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to support the channel. It really helps us grow and bring you even more amazing coin content. Thanks for watching. Let's get started. The 1974 D Washington quarter dollar is one of the most recognized and widely circulated coins in American history. It represents the enduring legacy of the Washington Quarter series that began in 1932, designed to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. This coin bears a D mint mark, signifying that it was struck at the Denver Mint in the state of Colorado, one of the 3 U.S. mints producing quarters that year, alongside Philadelphia and San Francisco. The 1974 D issue is part of the copper-nickel-clad composition era, a transitional phase following the end of silver coinage in 1964. The obverse of the 1974 D Washington quarter features the iconic portrait of George Washington, the first president of the United States, facing left. This bust was designed by John Flanagan, a sculptor who based his model on a 1786 bust of Washington created by French artist Jean-Antoine Houdon. The portrait portrays Washington with a dignified yet resolute expression, symbolizing leadership, patriotism, and the early American spirit. Above his head, the word liberty is boldly engraved in capital letters, signifying one of the foundational principles of the United States. Below the portrait, you will find the motto "In God We Trust," which became a standard inscription on all U.S. coins in the 20th century, reaffirming the nation's moral and spiritual foundations. The date 1974 appears prominently at the bottom, marking the year of mintage. To the right of the ribbon in Washington's hair, just above the date, lies the small D mint mark, indicating it was produced at the Denver Mint. The reverse design, also created by John Flanagan, continues to embody the nation's ideals. Dominating the reverse is a powerful heraldic eagle perched upon a bundle of arrows, a timeless emblem of national defense and strength. The eagle's wings are spread widely, symbolizing freedom and readiness, while the arrows beneath its talons represent the United States' willingness to defend peace. Below the arrows is an olive branch, symbolizing the pursuit of peace through strength. Encircling the top of the coin is the inscription United States of America, while just below it is a traditional Latin motto E pluribus unum, meaning out of many, one. This phrase reflects the unity of the original 13 colonies forming one nation. At the bottom, the denomination quarter dollar identifies a coin's face value, 25 cents. By 1974, U.S. quarters were made of a copper-nickel-clad composition, following the removal of silver from circulation coins in 1965 due to rising metal prices. The 1974 D quarter consists of an outer layer of 75% copper and 25% nickel, bonded to a pure copper core. This gives the coin its signature silvery appearance while maintaining a warm copper hue on its edge. Weight, 5.67 grams. Diameter, 24.3 millimeters. Thickness, 1.75 millimeters. Edge, reeded, 119 reeds. The clad composition proved durable for heavy circulation, allowing billions of quarters from the 1970s to remain in use even decades later. The Denver Mint produced an impressive 353,160,300 Washington quarters in 1974, reflecting the nation's booming economy and increasing demand for coinage in commerce. These coins entered circulation throughout all 50 states, becoming a daily presence in vending machines, gas stations, and pocket change. Because of this large mintage, most examples are common in circulated grades today, though uncirculated specimens remain attractive to collectors due to their lustrous surfaces and sharp details. In circulated condition, a 1974 D quarter generally holds its face value of 25 cents, though collectors value higher-grade examples based on luster, strike, and preservation. Circulated, GVF 25 cents to 35 cents. About uncirculated, AU 50 cents to $1. Mint state, MS60, MS65 $2 to $6. High-grade mint state, MS-66 plus $25 to $80 plus depending on quality and grading service. A few high-grade coins certified by PCGS with strong strikes and brilliant luster can reach values exceeding $200 in MS-67 condition. Quarters with unique die errors, such as double dies, clip planchets, or off-center strikes, can command significantly higher prices, sometimes in the hundreds of dollars depending on rarity. While 1974D quarters are not famous for a major known variety, collectors occasionally find interesting mint errors that increase numismatic appeal. Some known types include off-center strikes, where part of the design is missing due to misalignment. Clip planchets, showing a crescent-shaped missing edge. Die cracks or die chips, which appear as raised metal lines on the surface. Weak strikes or filled mint marks, caused by die fatigue or debris during production. Any of these anomalies can make the coin a fascinating collectible. The 1974D Washington quarter emerged during a transformative period in American history. The early 1970s saw the U.S. navigating post-Vietnam recovery, the Watergate scandal, and an evolving economy. Despite political and social changes, the quarter's design, unchanged since 1932, symbolized continuity and national unity. It stood as a reassuring emblem of stability during a time of uncertainty. In addition, 1974 marked the final full year before the United States began preparing the Bicentennial coinage, 1975 to 1976, which temporarily replaced the standard design with special dual-dated quarters featuring a drummer boy. Thus, the 1974D quarter represents a final standard Washington quarter before this patriotic shift in design, giving it an important transitional role in numismatic history. Today, the 1974D quarter continues to circulate widely, although most examples show heavy wear. Collectors often seek this coin to complete their Washington quarter sets, particularly for the 1970s decade. Uncirculated rolls and mint sets containing 1974D quarters are still available in the secondary market. While not rare, the 1974D quarter captures the essence of mid-20th century American minting, a period when the U.S. Mint balanced artistry, mass production, and national symbolism. For historians, it tells a story of transition. For collectors, it remains a nostalgic piece of Americana. The 1974D Washington quarter stands as a testament to the durability of American coinage design and the lasting influence of George Washington's legacy. It bridges the gap between the silver era and the modern clad era, between traditional artistry and industrial precision. Whether found in a pocket of change or preserved in collector's case, each 1974D quarter embodies the story of a nation defined by unity, resilience, and freedom, the same values expressed by the inscriptions "Liberty," "In God We Trust," and "E Pluribus Unum" that grace its surface. The 1978 Washington quarter dollar is one of the enduring icons of 20th century American coinage. Bearing the proud portrait of George Washington, the first president of the United States, this coin represents nearly half a century of continuity in American design and craftsmanship. The 1978 quarter marks one of the final years of the classic Washington quarter design before the changes that would arrive 2 decades later, making it a key representative of the post-silver-clad era. Although millions were minted for everyday use, the coin carries deep symbolic and historical value reflecting the American ideals of liberty, unity, and perseverance. The Washington Quarter series began in 1932, introduced to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Its designer, John Flanagan, was a noted sculptor who used a portrait of Washington originally created by Jean-Antoine Houdon in 1786 as inspiration. The design was never intended to become permanent, but its popularity and simplicity of its imagery led the U.S. Mint to retain it for decades. By 1978, this design had already been in use for 46 years, with minor modifications over time, but still retaining its classic elegance. The Obverse front of the 1978 quarter features a noble left-facing bust of George Washington. His facial expression is calm yet commanding, evoking the leadership, discipline, and moral strength that shaped the early American Republic. Across the top, in bold letters, appears the word liberty, a reminder of the freedom and independence the nation was built upon. To the left of Washington's neck lies the national motto, "In God We Trust," officially adopted on all U.S. coinage as a reflection of the spiritual foundation of the country. Beneath the bust, the date 1978 is engraved, marking the year of minting. On quarters struck in Denver, a small D mint mark appears just right of the ribbon in Washington's hair, while Philadelphia minted quarters have no mint mark. There was no San Francisco S mint circulation coin that year, though proof issues were made for collectors. The reverse side retains John Flanagan's majestic heraldic eagle, one of the most recognized motifs in American numismatics. The eagle's wings spread wide in a display of vigilance and freedom, and its head turned confidently toward the left. Beneath the eagle are a bundle of arrows, symbolizing military readiness and defense, while below them rests an olive branch, representing peace, together symbolizing the motto of peace through strength. Encircling the top of the coin are the words United States of America, asserting national pride, followed by the Latin phrase E pluribus unum, which translates to out of many, one. This motto represents the unity of the original 13 colonies and continues to embody the American ideal of diversity and togetherness. At the bottom, the denomination quarter dollar is boldly struck, indicating its value of 25 cents. The 1978 quarter is a copper-nickel-clad coin, meaning it was made with a sandwich structure of 2 layers of 75% copper and 25% nickel surrounding a pure copper core. This composition was adopted after 1965 to replace the previous 90% silver coins, as silver became too expensive for circulation use. Composition: outer layers of 75% copper and 25% nickel, bonded to a pure copper core. Weight: 5.67 grams. Diameter: 24.3 millimeters. Thickness: 1.75 millimeters. Edge: reeded 119 reeds. This metal combination provides durability, a bright silver-like luster, and resistance to wear, one of the reasons these coins have remained functional for decades in circulation. In 1978, the U.S. Mint produced Washington quarters of both the Philadelphia No Mint Mark and Denver D Mint, resulting in a combined total of hundreds of millions of coins entering circulation. Philadelphia Mint, 521,452,000 coins. Denver Mint, 287,373,152 coins. San Francisco Mint produced only proof coins for collector sets. Together, this amounted to over 800 million quarters struck that year, a clear reflection of the U.S. Mint's industrial capacity and the demand for coinage during a time of economic adjustment after the inflationary 1970s. The late 1970s were a pivotal time in American history. The country was emerging from the aftereffects of the Vietnam War, the Watergate scandal, and a struggling economy marked by inflation and rising energy costs. Despite political uncertainty, the Washington quarter remained unchanged, serving as a symbol of continuity and national identity. By 1978, the average American wage was around $10,500 per year, and the quarter remained an important denomination for daily purchases, vending machines, payphones, laundromats, and public transportation all depended heavily on it. Each 1978 quarter, therefore, carries not just monetary but cultural value, embodying an era when physical coinage played a central role in everyday life. Because of its high mintage, the 1978 Washington quarter is common in circulated grades and often found in pocket change even today. However, collector interest grows for uncirculated or mint state examples, especially those with sharp strikes and clean surfaces. Typical collector values. Circulated, GVF 25 cents to 35 cents. About uncirculated, AU 50 cents to $1. Mint state, MS60, MS65 $2 to $8. High grade, MS66, MS67 $25 to $125 plus. Coins graded by PCGS or NGC with perfect luster and minimal marks can command even higher prices, particularly those with full strike details on Washington's hair and the eagle's feathers. The San Francisco Mint produced a limited number of proof 1978 quarters, exclusively for collector sets. These coins feature mirror-like surfaces and frosted design elements, making them visually striking and valuable in high grades. Occasionally, mint errors from this year are being discovered, including off-center strikes, die cracks, clip planchets, and double-die obverses. Such coins can fetch anywhere from $20 to several $100s, depending on rarity and condition. The Washington Quarter's enduring design embodies America's classical aesthetic values: balance, strength, and simplicity. John Flanagan's composition achieved harmony between form and symbolism, the human dignity of Washington paired with the noble majesty of the eagle. Even after 46 years of continuous use by 1978, the design still appeared modern, a testament to its timeless appeal. The use of mottos like Liberty, In God We Trust, and E Pluribus Unum encapsulates the moral and political foundations of the United States. Together, these words tell a story of independence, faith, and unity, all contained within a coin that fits in the palm of one's hand. For modern collectors, the 1978 Washington Quarter serves as a representative of late 20th century American coinage before the State Quarters Program, 1999 to 2008, transformed the series. It stands as one of the last classic quarters featuring the original reverse eagle design, soon to be replaced by state-specific designs 2 decades later. Although common, it remains highly collectible as part of a complete Washington Quarter set, 1932 to 1998, and holds sentimental value for many Americans who grew up during that era. Many collectors preserve rolls of uncirculated 1978 quarters, hoping to find brilliant. The 1979 Washington Quarter dollar is a proud continuation of one of America's most enduring coin designs. It stands as a symbol of tradition, unity, and national identity, a coin that circulated in millions of hands during a time of technological progress and social change in the United States. Bearing the dignified image of George Washington, the 1979 quarter represents both the artistic legacy of the early 20th century and the industrial strength of modern minting. Although minted in vast quantities, its historical and symbolic depth make it a fascinating piece of collectors and historians alike. The Washington Quarter was first issued in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth, replacing the standing Liberty Quarter. Its designer, John Flanagan, based his portrait on a bust sculpted by Jean-Antoine Houdon in 1786, which is considered the most accurate likeness of Washington. Flanagan's design quickly became beloved for its classical beauty and patriotic tone, ensuring its place on American coinage for decades. By the time the 1979 quarter was struck, this design had already been in continuous use for 47 years, surviving major historical events: the Great Depression, World War II, and the turbulent social movements of the 1960s and 1970s. It remained unchanged, serving as a reassuring reminder of stability and national pride. The Obverse side of the 1979 Washington Quarter displays a left-facing bust of George Washington, rendered with simple yet powerful realism. His calm expression reflects determination, leadership, and the steadfast moral character that made him the father of the nation. The artistry of John Flanagan's work captures the dignity and grace associated with Washington's image. At the top of the coin, the word Liberty arches boldly, symbolizing the very foundation of the United States. To the left of Washington's neck appears the national motto, In God We Trust, expressing the enduring faith of the American people. Beneath the portrait lies the date 1979, marking its year of minting. Depending on where the coin was struck, a small mint mark may appear just above the date, to the right of the ribbon in Washington's hair. No mint mark equals Philadelphia Mint. D equals Denver Mint. S equals San Francisco Mint, for proof coins only. The reverse design of the 1979 quarter continues to display the heraldic eagle, one of the most enduring emblems of the United States. The eagle is shown with outstretched wings, clutching a bundle of arrows in its talons, symbolizing strength, defense, and readiness, while below it rests an olive branch representing peace. This imagery conveys a dual message that the United States strives for peace but stands prepared to protect its liberty. Encircling the top of the coin are the words United States of America, and just beneath them appears the Latin phrase e pluribus unum, meaning out of many, one. This phrase embodies the unity of the nation's diverse people and the collective strength of the states under one government. The denomination quarter dollar appears at the bottom, denoting its value of 25 cents. Like all quarters produced after 1965, the 1979 Washington quarter was made of copper-nickel-clad composition, a cost-effective and durable alternative to the 90% silver coins of earlier years. The clad construction ensured that coins could withstand decades of circulation without significant wear. Composition: outer layers of 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a pure copper core. Weight: 5.67 grams. Diameter: 24.3 millimeters. Thickness: 1.75 millimeters. Edge: reeded, 119 reeds. This combination gave the coin its distinctive silvery appearance and resilience, making it ideal for mass production and heavy use in commerce. The year 1979 saw a massive production of quarters to meet growing economic demand in the United States. The mintage figures were: Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark 515,708,000. Denver Mint, D 489,789,780. San Francisco Mint, S, proof 3,677,175. Together, over 1,000,000,1979 quarters were produced, a remarkable testament to the scale of American minting operations at the time. With such large quantities, these coins circulated widely across the country, from major cities to rural towns, becoming an everyday presence in American life. The year 1979 was a period of transition and challenge for the United States. The nation was grappling with rising inflation, fuel shortages, and global economic shifts following the energy crises of the 1970s. Yet, despite economic struggles, America continued to innovate technologically. It was the dawn of the computer age, and space exploration remained a frontier of national pride. The Washington Quarter, unchanged in design since 1932, served as a silent witness to these transformations. Its familiar image of Washington and the eagle provided a sense of stability amid social and economic change. In a time when prices and politics fluctuated, the quarter remained a trusted constant, a small but symbolic anchor of American daily life. Because of its enormous mintage, the 1979 quarter is common in circulation and typically worth its face value of 25 cents in worn condition. However, uncirculated and high-grade specimens hold collector interest, particularly those with sharp strikes, original luster, and minimal contact marks. Approximate values. Circulated GVF 25 to 35 cents. About uncirculated AU $0.50 to $1. Mint state MS60, MS65 $2 to $8. High grade MS66, MS67 $25 to $120 plus. Proof S Mint 3 to $10 depending on quality. Quarters certified by grading services such as PCGS or NGC in top grades can reach significantly higher prices, especially those with perfect surfaces and strong definition in the eagle's feathers and Washington's hair. While there are no major national varieties for the 1979 quarter, collectors occasionally discover interesting mint errors from that year, including off-center strikes, where part of the design is missing, clip planchets, creating crescent-shaped edges, double die obverse or reverse, showing slight doubling of the lettering or date. Filled mint mark errors, where grease or debris obscures the mint mark. These error coins are prized by enthusiasts and can fetch from $20 to several $100, depending on severity and rarity. The Washington quarter's design has endured because it captures the heart of American symbolism, simplicity, strength, and grace. The portrait of Washington represents not only the first president, but also the ideals of integrity and unity. The eagle on the reverse conveys vigilance and peace. Together, they tell the story of a nation that values liberty, faith, and cooperation. The inscriptions, Liberty, In God We Trust, and E Pluribus Unum, encapsulate the founding philosophy of the United States. Each phrase reflects the enduring belief in freedom, divine guidance, and unity out of diversity. The 1979 quarter thus functions as a miniature national emblem, carrying immense meaning within its modest form. The 1979 Washington quarter belongs to the final decade of the classic eagle reverse design, which will continue until 1998. It stands as one of the bridge years connecting the traditional mid-century issues to the modern state quarters program, 1999 to 2008, which revitalized national interest in coin collecting.